So I didn't tell Ryan even the title because I knew it would give it away.
I don't even know the title of this episode.
This is it. You ready?
Yeah.
National Treasure 3.
Oh, yes!
Oh,
yes!
yeah. Yes.
Is this confirmed? Is this like, was this Warner Brothers? And who makes National Treasure?
Disney.
Disney?
The guy who made Pirates of the Caribbean. Bruckheimer? Pirates of the Caribbean? Jerry Bruckheimer?
Sure.
Pretty sure it's his series of movies.
My question is, I love the first Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep.
Why do you make like 6 of those? Why do you make...
And only 2 National Treasure?
Exactly.
Dude,
National Treasure
is
is a slam dunk red box family movie.
It's so good. And that's when I said it's really personal. So I saw National Treasure when it came out, saw it in the theaters, saw National Treasure 2 in the theaters.
Of course.
I have a degree in history and anthropology, and I don't think I would if I didn't love National Treasure.
No, you're kidding.
I swear to God. Like, when I first saw the movie and I saw them, like, piecing the puzzle together and, like, the knowledge of Benjamin Gates, I was just wowed. I was like, I need to be this person. I absolutely have to be this guy.
So you're the equivalent of, like, all those people who went to medical school because they liked Grey's Anatomy.
That's
and Scrubs.
100% that. Or what I think is funny, all the people that watch Indiana Jones and they're like, I'm going to be an archaeologist. And for the people that don't know, anthropology is divided into 4 subdivisions, one of which is archaeology. To get a degree, you have to take some archaeology classes. Real archaeology is nothing like Indiana Jones.
What are you talking about? You learn how to fight Nazis.
No, well, okay, I did take a whip class, a bull whip class. So that was the first day.
That's a prerequisite.
Yeah, that's a prereq.
You can actually test out of that.
Yeah,
they'll let you test
I
out of that
class. One. In when to shoot people and not fight them. That was an appropriate one as well from the first movie.
Yes, of course.
Of course. No, and
I love there's a great callback in, I think it's Last Crusade, when he whips out his gun and it's out of bullets that time, so he actually has to deal with it.
Oh yeah, and apparently that was all improv. That wasn't actually supposed to happen in the script.
Oh wow.
In the first one.
Oh okay.
Yeah. Anyway, you sit down for class and the archaeology classes, and you have that one guy wearing the hat.
No, you don't.
I swear to
God.
You don't.
A fedora.
I swear to God.
The dusty.
Yeah, and it's a North American archaeology class. Okay, it's not Mayans. It's not Egyptian.
It's not those aliens from the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
No, it's North American. Okay, which is awesome. I love North American archaeology. If I was an archaeologist, that's where I'd be.
Stop being so PC.
Yeah, well, no, I know. I legitimately do love North American archaeology,
okay.
but as the professionals put it, it's not as sexy as the Mayans. And one of the first things they say is, like, this is archaeology. Indiana Jones is not an archaeologist. He was an antiquarian. And so the biggest distinction is that an archaeologist would find a shell and be like, cool, how was this used? Whatever. An antiquarian is basically a treasure hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they steal things and put them in museums.
And then they get, like, Temple Run, that app. Do you ever play that?
Oh, God.
They get chased by baboons.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and native people who are just savages.
Yeah. Just way over the top stereotypes.
Yeah, of course.
So, okay, so if Indiana Jones is an antiquarian?
Antiquarian, yeah. Like an antiquarian.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is Benjamin Gates? We should probably now, like, summarize. What is National Treasure?
So he's a treasure hunter. I would say he's a treasure hunter aided by history. So I think he's a historian, or he loves history in the movie. It has been probably about a year or 2 since I've watched it. But National Treasure, for those of you who don't know, is basically this 1.5-hour, 2-hour long journey aided by American history, where the main character, Benjamin Franklin Gates, isn't that his name?
Just so heavy-handed, yeah.
Yeah.
And his other friend, Thomas Jefferson.
No, I wish.
Williams.
Yeah. So he goes on this just long, wild goose chase to prove his family's theories about a treasure true. And
this is the first one.
This is the first one. And the second one is proving another person's crazy family idea is true.
Yeah, that's Ed Harris is in that, right?
Yes, he is.
Good.
The second one's not as good as the first.
You don't think so?
I think the second one's great.
The second one has that scene where there's a scene when they're in Buckingham Palace.
Yep.
And Nick Cage, this is a Nick Cage movie,
yes,
we should say now.
Nicolas
Cage. He just goes bananas.
Yes.
And in like a weird, he's trying to distract or something.
Yeah.
That's Nick Cage at his best.
Yeah, and funny enough, Phil from Modern Family's in National Treasure.
Is he a bad guy?
In the second movie, you know how they're divorced?
Yeah. Oh, he's the new
boyfriend. Who works at the White House. Yeah. for the Resolute desk. So the only reason I fell in love with it is just because it was one of those things where it's like, this is so cool. We're taking actual things that happened and they're just like weaving this narrative around it.
Okay.
Like it just blew my mind as a kid, and I wanted that knowledge because even his dad was just super smart.
John Voight,
Angelina Jolie's dad in real life.
They don't get along.
No, not at all. But John Voight plays his dad, and he's great. I don't remember the guy's name who plays Riley, which is like the sidekick, basically.
Yeah, the guy who played Doug in Hangover.
Doug in The Hangover, yeah. And then Abigail.
Abigail.
So she's great too. And they're all like, I don't know, it just like amazed me as a kid at how smart these four people were solving this puzzle.
Yeah.
And then Ian, what was he, Australian, British? He was the guy that funded the original expedition and thought he could abandon them and make more money that way.
Oh, okay, yes.
You remember him?
Yeah. This is also another fun fact about National Treasure is that set in a universe where nobody can aim a gun.
That is also true.
You can run through the streets of Philadelphia with someone just lining up a shot.
That's Star Wars physics.
Oh, okay. See, I noticed it first in National Treasure because I used to watch. I loved it as a kid.
I'm so glad you love National Treasure. Like I said, I'm not BSing you. I love it. When we were walking around New York, and remember at the very end when they're at the church and he's like doing all the thing with the streets.
Mm-hmm.
I literally had that exact moment in my head where I'm like, wait a minute, Wall Street. Oh my God, Broadway. And like, I was like pulling a Nick Cage. I'm like, we're at the church. And it was getting remodeled, so I couldn't run in. But I took a picture in front of it, and it was like a big moment for me because I'm like, this is where it was in that movie. Right. And like, it's so stupid, but I love National Treasure. National Treasure 3 isn't totally ruled out. The real one, not.
I'm still holding out for it.
It's not totally ruled out. Mm-hmm. They would be looking for Roanoke. That was the rumor.
Okay.
The Roanoke colony. Yeah.
I kind of wish I didn't know that. I want to go in blind. I'll get real drunk tonight. I'll forget.
Yeah, it's fine. I also want to know what's on page 47. That's a good question.
Oh, of the president's
from the Book of Secrets.
Book of Secrets.
And so for those of you who don't know,
well, I know more about National Treasure than I thought.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, one of the big things is like. It's kind of a meme where it's like Nick Cage, we have to steal the Declaration of Independence, and that's the first one. And the second one is we have to kidnap the President of the United States, and it's just okay, sure you do, you know what I mean? And there's a treasure map on the back of the Declaration, but it's great. I love it. I love it all. And the word like growing up, looking up to that movie, and then getting a degree in history. It's the same thing as growing up and loving Indiana Jones, which I did. One of the reasons why I got the degree in anthropology. And being crushed that there's no bullwhips, and you're that kid with the hat on and the vest and the satchel. There's a kid with all those things, I swear to God.
So when the teacher comes in and just lays down that it's not true, and they just like slowly removing 100%, all of that, just 100%. Like kind of shouldering off the dusty jacket.
And the teacher can always tell who's new because they have that look of hope dye in their eyes. And
as they stand up to go change their major.
Exactly.
I gotta go see my advisor now.
What's antiquarian major? Where can I sign up for that?
I gotta turn in this loaded revolver that I bought just for this.
So yeah, I mean it's a little disappointing. History's a lot more than treasure hunting and just knowing facts, at least academically. So before we get started, I picked this one just because it's kind of crazy. It's an interesting story.
This could become a thing. I mean, like you said, the jury's out on National Treasure 3.
I don't think this will be the third one at all. So
that makes me somehow even more excited to hear it.
Yes. But one thing, besides a lot of female, male pairings in these fanfics, a lot of people want the three of them to hook up. A lot.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The triumvirate, you know?
Yeah. By the way, I used Archive of Our Own. Great website. I mean, recommend anyone who likes fan fiction to browse on there. But Riley Poole, who is like the sidekick, he's a little bit younger than the two main characters, and he wrote a book. That was his big thing
about the event. Yes.
About the event, yeah. And I guess there's a lot of fanfic where Riley's autistic. And so, yeah, I don't know. He's not autistic in the movies. And if he is, they never mention that.
Like he's on the spectrum
a
little? Or it's like a...
No, like full on. Yeah. And a lot of the fan fiction is just Ben, like consoling him. I guess that's a fanfic trope. That's one of the categories people like, is like caring.
Comfort.
So there's a lot of like Ben Riley comfort fanfic because Riley's autistic. Yeah.
Is that in this?
No. I Riley's not autistic. I don't know why people are writing him that way. Maybe the people who wrote it are autistic and they want to see someone that they can see themselves.
Yeah, Riley's a fairly blank canvas. We talked about that last week.
Yeah.
You give him a little bit of latitude with
Absolutely, yeah. So, and he doesn't have a lot of character development, so...
Just like Doug. This guy kind of sits out in movies.
Yeah, but Doug is not in that.
Who is it? He just collects paychecks.
Basically, yeah.
If you're listening, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Thank you, Doug, for sponsoring this podcast.
Did you see the new Power Rangers movie?
I actually did not. I avoided it.
So you know how in the original, Billy is the one with the glasses? Mm-hmm. And then Zach, the black guy, is the Black Ranger?
Yes.
And this one they said, excuse me. So they made Billy the black guy, and at one point he just flat out, he's like, I'm autistic. And it was just, I'm like...
oh, yeah. Yes, I have. I've seen that.
So there's more representation there in the Power Rangers movie, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.